Hi guys, how's everybody doing today? Hope you're having a beautiful, beautiful spring day. It is 70 degrees and sun shining here, so it's a gorgeous day. Me and my husband went to a friend's house and had brunch with them around 11 o'clock and went outside to their horse pasture. They have a bunch of horses. They have some they consider miniature, but they're still even much bigger than my dog, so they're big. If they're over my dog's size, they're big. But they're miniature horses, and they're still big animals, you know. Anyway, we had a good time with them. I have a healthy respect for any animals that are bigger than me. And she has big stallion. She has a horse that just had a colt. So she has a bunch of horses, and we went through each little pasture to go visit her horse. And her and her husband wanted me to pet the horse, and they knew I was a little bit afraid of them because it's a big animal and I'm not really used to being around that kind of animal. So I'm kind of scared of them, you know, and I know if I'm scared of the horse, it's not going to be good. And she was telling me, it's all about energy, Trudy. And I'm like, I know. I know it. And I know they can feel my energy. And if I'm scared, then I'm going to translate. She said, no, you just touch me and then you can touch the horse and everything will be fine. And I said, my energy can override yours, girl. Let me tell you. So I didn't want to touch the horses, and I didn't. You know, at the very, very end, this kind of red-colored, brown reddish horse came up to us, a gelding. He was being real frisky and friendly. You know, he was being friendly, and he came up to me, and I was trying a little bit back away from him, you know, because he kind of was like being curious about me, you know. So I thought, well, I'll pet him. You know, I pet him a little bit. That horse, he turned around and started bucking and kicking his heels up and everything. And they had this old dog that was like 15 or 16 years old in the pasture. And that dog was stiff. He was trying to run out of the horse's way. He was like, you know, poor dog. And they were trying to calm the horse down. They were yelling at him, stop acting like that, you know. But I had electrified him with my energy. I said, I told y'all I shouldn't pet the horses. So anyway, nobody got kicked, nobody got hurt, and I got home without, you know, hurting anybody, thank God, or myself. So that's what I did this afternoon. And it seemed like we were only there for a few hours, but it changed the whole day, you know. It just changed the whole day. Anyway, you guys, I thought I would do a reading on R. Kelly instead of a political reading. I started to lay cards out for that Pete Buttigieg, but I was going to do a reading on him, and I just changed my mind. I don't think that Pete Buttigieg's going to go anywhere. I really don't think he is. I like him. He's a nice guy. I think he's a great guy. I really do. And he's a mayor of somewhere, right? I forgot where. But he's a good guy. And I saw him on Bill Maher, and I like him and everything. He's very, very young. And he's a gay guy, which it doesn't matter to me if anybody's gay or not. I don't care. Who you love is who you love. That's fine with me. I have no judgment on that. But I know a lot of people will judge him for that. A lot of people that they are so Christian. You know what I mean? So I don't feel like that he's going to get too far, really. I don't. I think this is going to change things for him a little bit. That's what I feel like. I feel like, you know, things are going to change for him. He's been doing really, really good in the political arena and stuff, and I think this might hurt him a little bit, actually. So, but he's very young. He has a long, illustrious career in front of him. So I decided not to read on him, okay? All right, so this is for R. Kelly. He's been indicted on like 10 felonies of sexual abuse. Some of them are for underage girls, right? There goes my puppy. See her? There she is. Yeah, she always got to keep me company while I'm doing readings. Okay, so when I was meditating on R. Kelly, this is so weird. This is so dumb and weird, but it makes kind of sense. Okay, I see one of those chocolate Easter bunnies, you know, that you would give your kid for Easter, or that you used to get for Easter, but it's hollow inside, you know, and if you poke it or grab it too hard, it caves in, it breaks into pieces, you know, it kind of crumbles. And, you know, if you would eat the bunny like I did, you would take a bite of the ear, put it in the refrigerator, go back a little later, bite another, you know, little by little you're nibbling on that and taking bites off from it until it's, you know, finished. So I think the reason why I saw that, this is my analogy on this, that I think R. Kelly is much fragiler than we know. He's very fragile, actually, and he's kind of like crumbling. He's falling apart. He's crumbling inside, you know. It's like he's hollow inside and he's crumbling. And his accusers and the prosecutors, they're taking him down bite by bite by bite. They're taking a piece off, a piece off, a piece off, you know, because there's things that have been coming out about him all through the years. So all these things are a little bite here, a little bite there, and that's what I think this means. So until now, it's getting down to, you know, a trial. So I think that's what that meant. So it was weird, but that's the analogy I give it. So, okay. All right, guys. Here's the bottom of the deck. The flavor of the reading. It's 10 of Swords. Look, can you believe that's the first card? So he's completely defeated. He is completely defeated. I don't know if he knows it, but he is. He probably feels it. I saw him on a part of that interview, you know, they played on TV, that he was screaming and hollering during the interview, going off, going crazy. He's a very emotional guy, really. He got a lot of cups here. Cups are emotion, so he's a very emotional guy. And the first thing he gets is the Four of Cups. So this is about emotions. And I think, you see, when you see this, that's an offer. So I think that he is getting an offer. He will get an offer, or he's getting an offer, but he's not interested in it. He doesn't want to take it. He doesn't want to make a deal. He's stubborn, you know, and he's just not in a place where he could accept a deal. He really doesn't feel like he's done anything wrong. And I'll go into that in a little while. The card crossing over is the Moon. So more secrets will be coming out. You know, more secrets come to light. So I think we're going to see more girls that are going to speak out. So more things will come out about him. I mean, how much more could come out, but more will come out. Okay. Then we have the Star card here, just overlooking his situation. And I think there's some hope here. There is some hope. He may, you know, he may get some good advice and take that deal. So I think there is some hope for him. There really is. And I know you're probably thinking, what do you mean hope for him? If he did this, he's wrong. Yes, I'm saying, I'm reading these cards for him as if he was sitting in front of me. I'm saying there's some hope for you, you know, if you take the deal. So I'm reading these cards just as if I would if he was sitting here in front of me. So I'm reading them for him. I'm not reading him for what we think, you know, he should be punished for or what should happen to him, okay? Now, I'm not doing it in an emotional level that I think that he's done something wrong. I'm not accusing him or judging him, okay? So you remember that when I'm reading these cards. This is the foundation of his situation. This is Two of Pentacles. He's having difficulty balancing his finances. This is pure and simple. I mean, it's really pure and simple. He's got money challenges and money difficulties right now, and he's having a hard time with it. Yeah. All the money that he's made, and he has a hard time with money. It's amazing. Just how much money has that man spent? My goodness. I mean, God, he has to be so rich and have spent so much money. This is in the past position. This is the Eight of Cups. And you see, this is a person walking away. When their back's to him, we know that, you know, somebody was left behind. I think this is R. Kelly's formative years. Someone important in his life was absent or walked away from him. This could be his father. I don't know if his father was in his life or not. I think his mother was. But this has, you know, caused issues for him, and he still carries it with him today. It really, a lot of people that are abusers, a lot of people that, you know, have all kinds of issues in their life, it stems from their childhood. It really does. And their, lack of, feeling love, being just, they have issues, when your father isn't there and there's nobody to identify with, to learn how to be a man and all that, So he has issues from it. Okay, here's the future. This don't look good. This does not look good. He's got the death card for the future. So is he going to die? I don't think he's going to die. I don't believe that's what it... I mean, it could mean he's going to die, but I don't believe it. But he's so emotional. He's the kind of person that's so emotional. So it's kind of weird. But I think this is more like the end of... Could be the end of his career or the end of his life as a free man. So he's really going to be going through some bad times. Because when you see this card, that means you're going through some crap. So, of course, if you're being prosecuted and going to jail, it's not a good time. It's bad. But I think things are going to get worse. They're going to get worse than they are now. So that may be because he's heading for jail. It's total grief and sadness, It's even worse than we saw him before. He's totally sick. You know what I mean? He's sick with sadness, that he's going to go to jail. He really is. Because he's just not, he can't come to terms that he's done something wrong. He can't come to terms with it yet. But maybe he will. Okay, this is his state of mind card, the 7th card. He's crying out for help, y'all. That's all this is about. This is a charity card, so I think he's just crying out for help. He's just hoping that somebody will come and speak up for him, somebody else besides the 2 girls that are with him now. He's just hoping somebody will stand up and, speak up for him. He wants help, and he needs it, from his perspective. Okay, here's the next card is the Fool. And this is a new journey for him. It might not be a pleasant one, but this is a new journey. This is literally a new phase of his life is beginning. And I think he is going to be searching for his freedom. So when I say that, I mean he's searching for a way to stay out of jail. So this is, this is a new life for him. He hasn't really had to, answer to anybody. He really hasn't had to answer to anybody. So this is really new for him. And I'm sure he doesn't like it at all. But this is a new beginning for him. It could be a new beginning in jail for him. That may be, if he gets sentenced to jail, that's a new life. It's completely a new life and a new journey. So, that's a new beginning. Although I'm sure he won't enjoy that. All right, here's the hopes and fears position. This is 8 of Swords. I think he's already feeling like that. You see, this person looks like they're in prison. So I think he already feels like he's been sentenced to prison, He feels like no one's listening to him. He can't make a move without it being plastered all over the news. But the problem is that he can't see the perspective of his accusers. You know what I mean? He can't see their point of view. He can't see what he's done to them. He just won't accept it, In his mind, everything's a fair trade, You want to be with me? I'm all that in a bag of chips. Well, this is the price that you pay. You wanted to be with me, and then, you had a beautiful life. You had a wonderful life. I spent money on you. You lived in a beautiful home, So he feels like that's the price, and it was fair. So, and he feels like he's been entrapped by, these women and the prosecutors. He feels like they've entrapped him. You know what I mean? And unfairly entrapped him. He can't wrap his mind around it. He really can't, But one day he may. Maybe that's what that hope is. The hope is maybe one day he'll be able to come to his senses and understand you can't treat people like that. You can't act like that. You can't do things like that. It's not acceptable and it's not humane, you know. All right, if you know, it comes out that he's guilty. I have to always say that, if he's guilty. Okay, this is the outcome card. This is the Knight of Swords. Make sure. So this is big changes that are coming. And again, I have to say this could be jail. And this shows me that he's a very impulsive person, very emotional, high energy kind of person. And he will continue to defend himself to the end. He will never admit that he's done anything wrong. He won't. That's just not who he is, and that's not what he's going to do. So he's going to just keep on, you know, defending himself to the end of the trial. I don't feel like that he'll make a deal. I really don't. So with this action that he's taking, you know, he may end up, you know, be in jail because of that. Because of the things he's done, of course, but I think this just shows me he's a very, very compulsive person. He acts very quickly, very compulsive, okay? And he's defending himself to the end. I believe that. Okay, guys, that's the reading for him for now. I think it doesn't look good for him. Looks like he's probably going to go to jail because he got that death card and all, so it doesn't look good. All right, guys, thanks for watching my video. I really appreciate it. Thank you for all the messages. Thanks for all the messages about the dogs. Kind of giving me some tips on how to handle them. I've had many dogs in my life, and I had 2 good-sized dogs before these 2, and they never acted like that. I had 2 65-pound dogs before I had these 2 dogs that I have now. It was a Border Collie and a Golden Retriever, and the Border Collie was such a good dog. She was so good. I could walk up and down the road, and I could have her off leash. She would never bark at another dog. If a person approached, she would not even bother them. She wouldn't bark at them. She wouldn't look at them. But, you know, she wouldn't even want to interact with them because Border Collies, they usually don't like other people. Of course, the Golden Retriever would have gone with anybody. She loved everybody. She was sweet and kind. So I had no problem with those dogs. I used to walk them all the time. I thought I was a dog whisperer. And then I got these 2 dogs. And my goodness, what a big difference. I'm like, what happened? I thought I was a dog whisperer. But they're a challenge. They are a challenge. They got out again today. And this time, this dog pulled the fence, bent the fence, pulled it down, and pulled it down far enough. And he got the littler one, pulled it down so she could jump over the fence too. Yeah, it's a 6-foot fence, and she pulled it down. He pulled it down. I don't know. Yeah, this dog is something else. He is something else. But he stays on our land, and he ran off, and, you know, I heard him barking, and I went and got him. He's so funny, y'all. If I call his name, he will run in the other direction. He's such a brat. But if I walk up to him and not say nothing, I just walk up to him, and I don't call him or nothing. I'll just walk up to him. I can grab him by the collar. But the minute I call him to me, he'll just take off. He is a brat. Yeah. Yes, he does need more training. I agree. It's my daughter's dog. She brought him home. I have to deal with him. It's not fair. She's 36 years old. I told her to go train him. She needs to go pay to train him. I don't feel like it's fair to make me have to pay to go have him trained. I've been walking that dog since he was like 3 months old, y'all. And that is no lie. Every day since he's 3 months old, and he don't listen to me. Isn't that sad? Okay, I'm going to get off my soapbox about that dog. It's aggravating me. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching my videos. I try to answer all your messages. I love to listen and to all your messages, read them. I love to read all the messages and everything. If you like my videos, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and what else? Hit the bell to be notified of the next one coming out. If you'd like a reading, look down below. That's my email address. Email me. It's trudyleetarot@hotmail.com. Okay? If you'd like to set up a reading, we can do a reading. We can do the Celtic Cross 10-card reading. Okay? All right, guys. And I video it and send it to you. That's how it works. just like this, okay? All right, guys, we'll talk to you again soon. Have a good day. Do something kind for somebody. It'll always come back to you, okay? All right. Bye for now.